dramatic when you shot it?
No, it was. I didn't know that I was Luke Skywalker's father until I went to see the movie.
Oh. You found out with the rest of it.
Went to the premiere in Hollywood, and I suddenly saw that I was Luke Skywalker's father. It was quite strange actually, because when we were actually filming, they'd given the real dialogue to Luke, and gave me the original lines.
Do you remember?
I think it was a very late decision to change, to bring Darth being Luke's father into the situation. No, I was stuck by saying something like, come and join me together, we'll rule the empire, forever, and things like this, you see. And but the thing was, you see, I couldn't hear a word that he was saying, and he couldn't hear a word that I was saying, at least because we had this huge big aeroplane propeller behind him, creating this fantastic wind which is blowing my cape out and things like this. And I used to have to watch his lips moving all the time, and as soon as his lips stopped, then I used to come in with my dialogue, and all my dialogue was emphasized by hand gestures. And then as soon as I stopped gesturing, then he would come in with his speech, and it was quite a strange way of working.
Brilliant. Well, Dave, it's been fascinating to listen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Prowse. So far, ladies and gentlemen, I've been up here doing all the hard work, and quite frankly, I think being thoroughly entertaining. But now it's time for you to take my place. Not literally, the stage isn't big enough and you don't look as good. It's now your turn to ask questions. It's time for Star Q&A. I think we have Jim down here, who's making his way across the auditorium there. He has our first question.
Yes, it's Graham from Scotland.
Hello there.
Hello to you all. First I would like to ask is, having seen all the films and how the characters have developed over the course, is there any characters you would change from who you were cast as? I'd like to ask that to all of you.
So is there any other character we would have liked to have played? Okay. Peter or Dave, whoever would have
if I hadn't played, I personally thought that Darth was for me the best of the best of the bunch.
It is the best of the bunch.
So if I could have been anything else, I would like to have been Han Solo. I can say, I've got time to say a little story.
Yes.
Because we did a TV series in Great Britain, a children's TV series, and they wanted me to play Darth Vader, but they couldn't get permission from Lucasfilm for me to play Darth in this TV series. So they said, well, how would you like to play Han Solo? So I played Han Solo, and they got a 7-year-old girl to play Darth Vader. And at the end of this show, she zaps us all with her lightsaber, and we all turn into Shirley Temples. And so at home I've got this beautiful gingham dress and a blonde wig, and I still got it in my wardrobe.
It's quite bizarre. It sounds like something they made in the 60s.
I bring out for fancy dress parties every so often.
Do you? Peter, another character perhaps?
I think Princess Leia.
Oh, I see. Moving on. Obviously, family show. If I was to answer that question, I would say a stormtrooper, because I do have my own little stormtrooper outfit that I wear from time to time, and when I've got it all on, ladies and gentlemen, I expect you to guess what everyone says to me when I'm in the helmet and everything. What do they say?
Short for a stormtrooper.
No, they don't. They say take the head off. You're far too good looking to cover it up.
Ethan from Alaska.
Hello, Ethan.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi.
This is for everyone, but primarily for Mr. Prowse and Mr. Mayhew. Now, we've heard the words iconic and beloved when we refer to your characters, but when you first donned the outfits, the costumes, and stood in front of the camera, did you have any idea of how much of a phenomenon Star Wars would become to this day?
Did you have any idea?
None whatsoever.
Nobody ever, until the first one came out, nobody had any idea, because you didn't see everything together.
So everybody working on Star Wars and you actually kind of felt that this was maybe a bit of a disaster, because it was a kind of leap of faith. No, there weren't movies like this at that point, were there?
But the film actually went on for ages. I mean, it took something in the region of about 8 months into film. I was on it for 5 months. And I kept getting phone calls from the Department of Transport saying, when are you going to finish on this film you're doing? I said, don't know, it just seems to be going on and on and on. And they said, well, what's it like? And I said, well, there's lots of weird characters wandering around.
And also the mere fact that the main shoot was done in England, all the special effects were done in California. Therefore, you didn't see anything for months until they put them all together.
So George was taking a big gamble, but one that obviously paid off. Here we are, 31 years later, still enjoying it. Tremendous. Next question, please.
We have David from California.
Hello, David.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
This is to all of you. I was just wondering, what did you think when you first saw the design for your costume?
Ooh, okay. Good work.
Good thing.
What do you think when you saw the design for the costume of Darth Vader?
Well, the costumes were designed by a guy called John Mollo, who actually won the Oscar for the costume design in Star Wars. I thought I had a lovely sort of black leather outfit, but when I hadn't seen the helmet and mask until we actually got onto set, and I always remember sat on set waiting for the helmet and mask to arrive, and eventually I'm all kitted up with everything else on, and the helmet and mask arrived, and George said, well, let's put it on and see what it looks like. And I was sat down, and they put the helmet and mask on me, so and move your head from left to right. I went like this, and the mask still stayed facing forward. It was made miles too big, you see, and I said, obviously you're going to have to get another mold done, because it's far too big. He said, no, he said it fits in perfectly with your shape and size and everything else. He said, we'll just pad it out with foam rubber. So they padded the whole thing out with foam rubber, which of course made it oppressively hot. And all the heat used to rise up inside the costume, missed up the eyepieces, couldn't see where you were going, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Peter, was that what you...
I thought, right, looking at that costume, I need a brush, a comb,
and a knit comb.
Yeah, a knit comb or whatever. Having literally little old ladies that knitted each section.
Really?
Yeah. You go down there and half the costume will be fitted. And you go back and top half's on. So you try it on. Okay, yeah, we've got to come down so far here, knit it on, big needles, and they made it in 2 weeks.
Brilliant. It looks wonderful. It did look wonderful.